So welcome back to All Rounders. So guys, in this video, we'll be implementing all the concepts that we taught you in the previous video. So let's start with the functions. So over here guys, I'm taking a simple function without arguments. So I'm declaring a function by using the def keyword as discussed earlier. So I'm writing def, then the function name, and then the parenthesis. And as it is a function without arguments, there are no parameters inside the parenthesis. And then I'm putting a colon, and then the function definition, that what are we doing inside the function. This is the function definition, and the first line is function declaration. So guys, in this function, I'm printing hello from a function. This is a simple string I'm providing inside the print function. And over here, this means the function call. Now we are calling the function so that this line is being printed. So guys, let's run the function. See, on the screen, it's being printed hello from a function. That was so simple. So this was a simple function without arguments. Now I'll be taking a function with arguments. Let's implement a function with arguments. It's a function. So over here, it's a function with string as input. So firstly, I'm taking a string as an input, and I'm storing that string into a variable inp. This is the first line in the code. Then I'm declaring a function, my function2, by first writing def, then the function name, and inside the parenthesis, I'm giving a variable s. So guys, this is a formal parameter. This is just a reference to the actual parameter that we'll be using when we call the function, and then the colon, and we write print s. So this function will basically print the string that we're taking as input from the user. And at last, we are calling the function by writing my function to the function name, and inside the parenthesis we are giving that value, the actual parameter, which is the input from the user. So guys, now let's run the function and check what it is printing. So guys, it's asking me for an input. So I'm writing hello, I'm Jeet. So I've given the input, I'll press enter. See, the function is printing hello, I'm Jeet. That was so simple. Now over to Bhupendra for further concepts.
So hello guys. So here I am taking a list as the arguments in a function. So first of all, I am defining a function like by giving the keyword def. Then I am giving the function name, which is the my function 3. Then in the parenthesis, I am giving the formal argument, which is food, and then giving the colon. Then in the inside the function, I am using a for loop to iterate the food one by one, and then printing the value one by one. So guys, as I have already told you that I am taking a list. So here is the list which is named as fruits. So inside the fruits, there are total 3 values: apple, banana, and cherry. So guys, here I have defined the function, and then inside this, I have given the statements which are running inside the function. Then I am calling the function, and in the calling statement, I have given the actual argument, which is the fruits. So what it will take these 3 values inside the fruits, then go back to the function. It will assign the fruits value to food. Then inside the function, by using the for loop, it will iterate in the food one by one, and then printing its value one by one. First, first of all, we run the program and check what is the output. So here you can see that first of all, it will take apple, then iterate the loop again, then take banana, then printing it, and then iterating the loop again, and then printing the cherry. So guys, here we can also take a list of the different data types. Like I am taking the numbers list. Numbers is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I have taken a list of name as the numbers. Then I'm passing the numbers inside this function. So guys, we can change the actual arguments as whatever the user wants from them. And then if you can see here, the formal arguments does not change. They defined by once, and they do not have to change by time to time. But here is the user choice of how whatever actual arguments they want, they can change according to their needs. So guys, if a person wants to iterate the list around 10 times or 100 times, then it will not writing this for loop again and again and again. Instead of that, it will just defining a function, and inside that function it will given the for loop, and then we just have to call the function, and inside the parenthesis we have to given the actual arguments of the list. Like I have given the numbers as a list, so if we run the program, it will printing the numbers one by one. Let's save it. So here you can see that it will now printing the numbers. So we don't have to change the formal argument. Instead of that, we have to change the actual arguments. So guys, that's all about for this implementation part. In this, in the next theory video, we will tell you more about the functions, like what are the local and global variables, what are the return data type, and so on. So thank you guys.